See, the next topic we are going to discuss is basically ionization constant of a weak electrolyte. As ionization constant is denoted by Ki. So take a weak electrolyte AB. Weak electrolyte AB will dissociate into its ion in aqueous solution in A plus ion, B minus ion form. In the same way, the weak electrolyte AB2 in aqueous solution will dissociate into A2 plus ion and 2B minus ion. In the same way, A3B electrolyte will dissociate into 3A plus and B3 minus ion in aqueous solution. Now, take an example for calculation of ionization constant. So, electrolyte is AB electrolyte, and this electrolyte is dissolved in an aqueous solution having degree of dissociation alpha. And AB electrolyte dissociates into cation A positive and anion B negative. So equilibrium constant for this reaction is Ki. So equilibrium constant of this reaction as ionization takes place, we call it ionization constant. See, the concentration of weak electrolyte at T equal to 0 is equal to C. So concentration of this weak electrolyte AB at T equal to 0 is C mole per liter. And concentration of ions initially is 0, 0. Now at equilibrium, degree of dissociation is alpha. Suppose if 40% is dissociated, means 40% of its initial amount, means it is C alpha. So reactant decrease by amount C minus C alpha when degree of dissociation is alpha. As we can see that when coefficient of AB is 1, then it is C alpha dissociated. We can see that ratio of AB and A plus is 1:1. So C alpha dissociated, as coefficient ratio is same, so it will be formed C alpha. Again, coefficient ratio of AB and B minus is same, 1:1 ratio. So C alpha dissociated, then C alpha it will be formed. Now we have the equilibrium concentration of ions and the electrolyte remaining in the solution. Now we can write the ionization constant. So ionization constant for this reaction will be the concentration of A plus at equilibrium, B minus at equilibrium divided by AB at equilibrium. So concentrations are C alpha into C alpha upon C 1 minus alpha. Now cancel out C. On solving we get the ionization constant, which is equal to C alpha square upon 1 minus alpha. C is basically the initial concentration of weak electrolyte and alpha is the degree of dissociation. Now two cases we will study for calculation of ionization constant. See, if ionization constant Ki, if ionization constant Ki is not small, when Ki is not small, then we will use the quadratic formula. Alpha equal to minus B plus minus under root D, which is B square minus 4AC upon 2A. If Ki is small, like for example, if Ki is small and which is less than equal to 10 to the power minus 6, then we use the neglection method. Then alpha, it means Ki is small, so alpha is less than equal to 1. So 1 minus alpha can be neglected. So 1 minus alpha will be equal to 1 or 1 plus alpha will be equal to 1. Now we can say that as alpha is neglected because Ki is very small. So in this case Ki will be equal to C into alpha square. So alpha will be equal to under root Ki by C. So in this case when we neglect, then Ki is equal to C alpha square and alpha will be root Ki by C. See the next question. The next question we are going to discuss is calculate the concentration of each ion. Calculate the concentration of each ion in a 0.1 molar AB solution. So calculate the concentration of each ion in 0.1 molar AB solution if Ki is 10 to the power 3 minus 3 and Ki equal to 10 to the power minus 5. See, when weak electrolyte AB initial concentration 0.1 dissociates, it give A plus ion, B minus ion. So at T equal to 0, initial concentration we are taking C, then it is 0, 0. At equilibrium, when degree of dissociation is alpha, then it will be C minus C alpha. As coefficient is 1:1, so it will also C alpha, then it is also C alpha. Again, AB and B minus ratio 1:1. So it is C alpha for coefficient 1. So for coefficient 1, it will also C alpha. Now Ki, ionization constant will be concentration of product C alpha into C alpha divided by concentration of reactant, which is C into 1 minus alpha. Now we have the value of Ki. So first case we are going to take when Ki equal to 10 power minus 3. See, Ki equal to 10 power minus 3. Basically, as Ki is not very small, as Ki in this case is not very small, therefore we cannot neglect alpha. So we will make the quadratic equation first and then solve the quadratic equation as per roots and solve the value of alpha according to quadratic equation. So roots are basically minus b plus minus root b upon 2a. So we get the value of alpha by using quadratic equation. Because in this case Ki is not very small, hence the alpha value cannot be neglected in this case. Now take the next case. The next case we will do, already assume that alpha is less than 1. So we are letting there assume alpha is less than 1. So when we assume alpha is less than 1, then 1 minus alpha is very small, alpha can be neglected. So 1 minus alpha will be equal to 1. Now in this case, when alpha is less than 1, alpha we know, which is equal to under root of Ki upon C. Now put the value of Ki, which is 10 power minus 5, divided by initial concentration, which is 0.1. We get value 10 power minus 4. So it is equal to 0.01. 0.0 means alpha is 1%. 0.01 means alpha is equal to how much? Alpha is equal to 1%. See, if the value of alpha comes less than equal to 5%, if the value of alpha comes less than equal to 5%, it means our neglection is correct, our assumption is correct. So we have done the correct assumptions, as because alpha comes here 1%, which is less than equal to 5%, it means here we can neglect the alpha. So this is the rule we have to follow. First we let alpha is less than equal to 1, then we solve the alpha. If the value of alpha comes less than equal to 5%, then the method we have adopted assuming alpha less than 1 is correct. But if alpha is more than 5%, then again make the quadratic equation, then this method is wrong. If alpha comes more than 5%, like 6%, 7%, then this method is incorrect. Then again solve the equation by using quadratic equation. So 99% cases will be this one, alpha will come less than equal to 5%. Now we are going to solve dissociation constant of acid and base. See, dissociation constant of acid and base. Acids have dissociation constant Ka and bases have dissociation constant Kb. So basically we are calculating for weak acids and weak base. So first case we are going to do for weak acid. See, for weak acid, like example, CH3COH dissociates in CH3CO minus and H plus. So dissociation constant of acid is Ka. Initial concentration of weak acid is C. Then ions is 0, 0. At equilibrium it will be C minus C alpha, as degree of dissociation is alpha. Suppose 40% dissociated, then it is 40% dissociated of its initial amount, therefore it is C alpha. As coefficient is again 1:1, when coefficient 1 it is C alpha, so for coefficient 1 it is also C alpha, again 1:1 coefficient, then C alpha, it is also C alpha. Now we will write the dissociation constant of acid. See, dissociation constant of acid Ka. So Ka is the concentration of products. So basically CH3Cu minus into H plus upon CH3COH. So concentrations at equilibrium are C alpha into C alpha upon C into 1 minus alpha. So dissociation constant of acid will be C alpha square upon 1 minus alpha. In the same way, we can calculate the dissociation constant of base. See, for base, dissociation constant is Kb. For example, NH4OH is a weak base, dissociates partially in aqueous solution in NH4 plus and OH minus. So at equilibrium concentration is C minus C alpha, as initially C, as degree of dissociation of weak base is alpha, therefore it is C minus C alpha at equilibrium. In the same way, ratio is 1:1. When it is C alpha, then it is also C alpha. Again, ratio is 1:1. When it is C alpha, so it is also C alpha. Now write the value of Kb. So Kb for this reaction will be concentration of NH4 plus multiply by concentration of OH minus divide by concentration of NH4OH. So it is equal to C alpha into C alpha upon C1 minus alpha. So Kb dissociation constant for this base will be C alpha square upon 1 minus alpha. Now, what are the significance of value of Ka and Kb? See, if higher is the value of Ka, means more dissociation constant, means more dissociation of acid, it means stronger is the acid. So higher the value of K, stronger will be the acid, and higher will be the value of Kb, means stronger is the base. So acidic or basic strength depends on the value of Ka and Kb. Now we will see the next topic, that is common ion effect. What is common ion effect? See, common ion effect is basically when a strong electrolyte with a common ion. So basically when a strong electrolyte with a common ion, so a strong electrolyte containing common ion is added to a aqueous solution of weak electrolyte. So when a strong electrolyte with a common ion is added to a aqueous solution of weak electrolyte, then by addition of a strong electrolyte having common ion, the degree of ionization and degree of dissociation of weak electrolyte will be decreased. So basically we have a solution of weak electrolyte and we have added a strong electrolyte which have common ion as present in the weak electrolyte. So basically on addition of this strong electrolyte having common ion, the degree of ionization of weak electrolyte is decreased. So degree of ionization of weak electrolyte is decreased. So this decrease in the value of alpha, degree of dissociation of weak electrolyte is called common ion effect. So basically common ion effect is what? The degree of dissociation or weak acid of weak base is decreased by addition of strong electrolyte containing common ion. Now we will see the example. See, the example is CH3COH dissociates in CH3CO minus and H plus. As we have degree of dissociation is 20%. So this is weak electrolyte. Now we have added a strong electrolyte containing common ion. As H plus we are taking common ion, so HCl we have added. HCl is a strong electrolyte and also having the common ion H plus which is present in the weak electrolyte. Now HCl will dissociate in H plus and Cl minus. Now we can see that the concentration of H plus ion on the product side increases, and we know when concentration of product increases, then reaction will shift in backward direction. And when the reaction shift in backward direction means formation of CH3 occurs. It means the dissociation of CH3COH will decrease. Therefore we have seen the common ion effect result. On addition of HCl, H plus ion concentration increases. As a result, product concentration increases. Therefore equilibrium will shift backward. When reaction equilibrium shifts backward, then there is formation of CH3COH. It means dissociation of weak electrolyte is decreases by the addition of strong electrolyte containing common ion. See, now we will do question on the basis of common ion. The question is, calculate the concentration of NH4 plus ion in 0.4 molar NH3 solution having aqueous ammonia in pure water and containing, first case is aqueous ammonia in pure water and second case is containing 0.1 molar NH4Cl. And dissociation constant of base Kb for this reaction is given 1.8 into 10 power minus 5. See, first case we are doing aqueous ammonia in pure water. We know aqueous ammonia is basically NH4OH. So aqueous ammonia, first case is basically aqueous ammonia is NH4OH. So NH4 is a weak base. NH4OH is a weak base. So NH4OH will break, dissociates into NH4 plus and OH minus. Now equilibrium concentration, initial concentration is C and equilibrium concentration is after dissociation C minus C alpha. Coefficient 1:1, then it is also C alpha. Coefficient 1:1, then it is also C alpha. Now we can write the value of Kb. So dissociation constant is C alpha square upon 1 minus alpha. As we have seen, we are using neglection method. When we neglect, then take alpha is less than equal to 1. So when alpha is neglected with respect to 1, so Kb equal to C alpha square. Now alpha will be under root Kb upon C. Now put the value of Kb and C. When we put the value of Kb and C, then alpha is very small. It means alpha is less than equal to 5%. So alpha is less than equal to 5%. It means the method we have used here, neglection method, is correct. So the method which we have assumed alpha less than 1 is correct because alpha comes less than equal to 5%. Now we will find the concentration of NH4 plus ion. At equilibrium. So concentration of NH4 plus ion at equilibrium is C into alpha. So it is C into alpha. So concentration of NH4 plus ion is C into alpha. C is given in question 0.4. Alpha we have calculated 6.8 into 10 power minus 3. Now we have the concentration of NH4 plus ion is 2.72 into 10 power minus 3. So basically first part we have solved. We have concentration, find the concentration of NH4 plus ion in ammonia solution and ammonia solution in pure water. Now we will discuss the next part. The next part is containing 0.1 molar NH4Cl. We know salt is a strong electrolyte. NH4Cl is a strong electrolyte. So strong electrolyte will break into NH4 plus and Cl minus. As we can see that, as we know, aqueous ammonia solution also having NH4 plus ion. It means this is the case of common ion. See. The next part is we have the solution of aqueous ammonia, which is NH4OH, breaks in NH4 plus and OH minus. We know the concentration of NH4OH, initial concentration is C minus C alpha. So at equilibrium concentration is C minus C alpha. C is given 0.4 minus 0.4 into alpha. And also we know it is 0.4 minus 0.4 alpha as ratio 1:1. So it is also 0.4 alpha, C alpha. So it is also 0.4 alpha. This is the concentration of weak base NH4OH. But when NH4Cl is added, so a strong electrolyte is added to a weak electrolyte, then degree of dissociation of weak electrolyte will be decreased according to common ion effect. So strong electrolyte concentration 0.1. As we know, strong electrolyte is 100% dissociated. So when it is 0.1, it is also 0.1 on dissociation. Because as we can see that now the solution containing 2 NH4 plus ion. One NH4 plus ion is coming from the base, weak base, and one NH4 plus ion is coming from the strong. As we know that common ion can be considered to be coming from the strong electrolyte. So common ion, which is NH4 plus, we take the concentration of common ion which is coming from the strong electrolyte only if alpha is very small. So basically total NH4 plus ion in the solution will be 0.4 alpha coming from weak base and 0.1 from strong electrolyte. So in these two value we will take the value of NH4 plus ion which is coming from strong electrolyte, which is 0.1. Then 0.4 alpha will be neglected. Now we will write the Kb for this reaction. So Kb for this reaction is concentration of NH4 plus ion multiplied by concentration of OH minus divided by concentration of NH4OH. Now Now write the values. We have the value of Kb is 1.8 into 10 की power minus 5. Now we have the value of NH4 plus. So value of NH4 plus is how much? 0.4 alpha. 0.4 alpha from weak base NH4OH plus 0.1 from strong electrolyte NH4Cl, and concentration of OH minus is 0.4 into alpha divided by 0.4 into 1 minus alpha. Now on solving 0.4 cancel out, so it is this. As we can see that we have 0.4 alpha, the concentration of NH4 plus ion which is from weak base, and 0.1 which is from strong electrolyte. So in comparison of strong electrolyte and weak, we will neglect the concentration coming from weak. So now it will be, by using neglection, it will be equal to 1.8 into 10 to the minus 5. 0.4 alpha neglected here, so it is 0.1 into alpha. Now alpha is equal to 18 into 10 to the minus 5, so alpha is equal to 0.0015. It means on addition of strong electrolyte containing common ion, degree of dissociation decrease, so alpha is decreased. Now we will see the effect of dilution on degree of ionization. Now we'll see the study of effect of dilution on degree of ionization. So basically the next topic is degree of ionization affected by dilution. First we will see for strong electrolytes. See, for strong electrolytes we know the degree of dissociation is 100%. Alpha is equal to 1. So strong electrolyte NaCl will break into Na plus and Cl minus. As we know, strong electrolytes are 100% ionized. As strong electrolytes are 100% ionized, therefore there is no effect on their degree of ionization on dilution. So in case of strong electrolyte, if there is dilution, then there is no effect on the degree of ionization on dilution, because strong electrolytes are already 100% ionized. So degree of ionization is not affected by dilution of strong electrolyte. Now we will see for weak electrolytes how degree of ionization affected on dilution for weak electrolyte. See, we take an example of weak electrolyte. AB is a weak electrolyte and dissociates in A plus and B minus. Now initial concentration of weak electrolyte is C, then it is C minus, coefficient is 1, so it is C minus C alpha. As ratio is 1:1, when it is C alpha, then it is also C alpha. Again ratio is 1:1, when it is C alpha, then it is also C alpha. Now the ionization constant will be concentration of A plus C alpha, B minus C alpha upon C minus C alpha, so it is C alpha square upon 1 minus alpha. So alpha can be neglected here. Now we are using the neglection method. Alpha is less than equal to 1, therefore alpha can be neglected. Now ionization constant will be equal to C into alpha square. So as Ki equal to C alpha square, so we can write alpha will be equal to under root Ki upon C. So this is called Ostwald dilution law. On dilution means when we dilute means volume increases. When we dilute, volume increases, and volume increases means molarity decreases, as molarity is number of moles per unit volume. So volume increase, molarity decrease. Molarity means concentration. So on dilution, volume increases, therefore concentration of solution decreases. So when concentration of a solution decreases, means alpha is increases, as alpha and concentration are inversely proportional to each other. So on dilution, concentration of solution decreases, therefore degree of dissociation alpha will increase. So basically on dilution, the degree of ionization of weak electrolyte always increase. It means degree of ionization of strong electrolyte is unaffected by dilution, while degree of ionization of weak electrolyte increases on dilution by using Ostwald dilution law. It means if higher is the dilution in case of weak electrolyte, means more will be increase in the value of alpha. More will be the increase in the value of alpha. Now we will see the question based on Ostwald dilution law. See, arrange the following. Arrange the following in the increasing order of alpha. Arrange the following in the increasing order of alpha. 3 acids are given and same acids are given: acetic acid, acetic acid, acetic acid, and concentration are given: 10 K -1, 10 K -3 and 10 K -5. So these are basically weak acids. These are basically weak acids, and we know for weak acids, increasing order of alpha we have to find. Increasing order alpha, degree of dissociation. So basically we know for weak acids alpha degree of dissociation is under root of Ki upon C. It means alpha is inversely proportional to square root of concentration. Means low concentration will have high degree of dissociation. So find the low concentration. Lowest concentration is present. Lowest concentration is present in case of alpha 3, 10 K -5. So lowest concentration is for third acid, 10 K -5. Therefore highest degree of dissociation alpha 3. Then after alpha 2, 10 K -3. Then after 10 K -1, alpha 1. So this is the order of degree of dissociation. Low concentration, high degree of dissociation. Now we will study the case of infinite dilution. See, infinite dilution means highly diluted solution. Highly diluted solution means when solution is highly diluted, then alpha will become equal to 1. Then alpha will equal to 1. So in case of highly diluted solution, means infinite dilution, alpha will comes nearly equal to 1 and alpha is equal to for strong electrolyte. Means at infinite dilution, a weak electrolyte will completely dissociate into its ions. So basically it becomes the case of a strong electrolyte. So on infinite dilution, a weak electrolyte behaves as a strong electrolyte as it is completely ionized. Now we will study the ionic product of water, the next topic. See, as we have discussed the following equations in this chapter, first we will revise this one. See, what is Ostwald dilution law? According to Ostwald dilution law, we know degree of dissociation is inversely proportional to square root of concentration. So for weak electrolyte, if dilution occur, means volume increases. Volume increase means concentration decrease, and concentration decrease means degree of ionization will increase. So therefore on dilution, degree of ionization of a weak electrolyte always increases, and higher is the dilution, more will be the increase in value of alpha. And we know the case when infinite dilution. So in case of infinite dilution, a weak electrolyte will behave as a strong electrolyte, because at infinite dilution a weak electrolyte will completely dissociate into its ions. So the case of weak electrolyte become a strong electrolyte when at infinite dilution. See, also we will discuss common ion effect revision also. See, what is common ion effect? In this lecture we have studied. So common ion effect is basically common ion effect is what? When a strong electrolyte containing common ion is added to a aqueous solution of weak electrolyte. So first we have the solution of aqueous solution of weak electrolyte. Into that weak electrolyte solution we have added a strong electrolyte, and strong electrolyte containing common ion. So that common ion also present in strong electrolyte and weak electrolyte. Therefore, due to presence of this common ion, the degree of ionization of weak electrolyte is decreased. It means decrease in the value of alpha. Therefore, the effect is called common ion effect. For example, we have seen here like CH3COH dissociates 20%. So this is the case in which degree of dissociation of weak acid occur. Weak acid is CH3COH. So when strong electrolyte like HCl is added containing common ion. So weak acid also contain H plus ion, strong acid also contain H plus ion. So strong acid is added, strong electrolyte added containing common ion. Due to addition of strong electrolyte containing common ion, now the value of alpha will be less than 20%, means degree of dissociation decreases. Why degree of dissociation decreases? Because concentration of product increases as H plus ion becomes more. So concentration of product increases means reaction will shift in backward direction. So when reaction shift in backward direction means formation of CS3 occurs, means dissociation of CS3COS will decrease.